I'm joined with the Great American Insurance Summer Cutting Spectacular, John Deere Division of the Open Derby champion, Tate Bennett, who marked a 225 on Rainmaker. Tate, congratulations. You did it again, and on you and your wife's horse. How do you feel this evening?
Oh, it's great to actually, do it the last cutting two, and then just to be in the finals. We're pleased and just glad to be here. Feel real blessed and just it's been nice. So more than we ever expected it to be, that's for sure. When I was going in to cut the first one, Corey had one that was picked out that was I think it was a mott hat band, he called it. Now, I'm pretty new to what all they call them and stuff, so I kind of have a hard time distinguishing the difference. But horse tried to be good right from the start. He was stopping and drawing back real good, and I think we showed him in the semifinals earlier and had a good run on him, but he was thinking a little bit outside in some spots, and he sure tightened up here and was trying to be real good. I believe the second cow I cut was one that Corey and I both had really liked as well. It was a little black horn cow that acted good, and she sure enough seemed to be all right too. My goal was making the finals and all. I was just trying to be real smooth, and I didn't want to overdo it, even though it's a finals, because I want to try to do as well as I can tomorrow, and that's probably what allowed it to be so good, as I wasn't overthinking it and just letting him do what he knows best. The last cow I actually cut here was a red mott, and as I was going in, Boyd, he was telling me that cow sure didn't act good, and he was right on the top when we first went in, and everybody was sure enough pretty scared of him, and but it being a final situation, I didn't really even realize that the cow had popped out right there behind me, and they told me just to turn around and cut him. I probably sure wouldn't wanted to actually cut him out of the herd. He didn't act too good, but right here he sure enough was just right to finish on, and kind of tested him a little, and it sure enough worked out real good. He, in my opinion, sure he did everything just like I have tried to train him to do, and more than that, he's trained me to do, I guess.
You've been very consistent on this little horse this year, and you guys own him. How did you go about getting him?
Actually, I can't figure the years right off the bat, but we bought him here in this sale when he was a yearling. We try to buy yearlings, and we actually bought him earlier than we did anything else, and I just seen him. He was cheap. Didn't have to give a lot, and he was a gelding. And I told my wife he's going to be the first one I keep and train. We can afford to keep him, and he's been good ever since then. I had a feeling about this horse when I seen him, and it hasn't changed from day one. He's been perfect. He's been really good to us.
Pretty special. Now, you are from the Panhandle of Texas and you have a strong ranching background. How did you get involved with cutting?
I've always been around horses and roped and ranched, and my dad always had us on horses, and college wasn't for me, and I actually took a job with Curtis Bass, who has done the same thing I do, and I didn't stay long enough to learn anything. It was probably a mistake, but I could tell right off the bat I actually had never even been around cutting horses, and I had seen enough to thought I think I can do this, and I went out and I bought a colt, and I brought it down here to the 2-year-old sale and had no interest in showing a horse, and shortly after that, of course, I did, and it took us I think we've been doing this 6 or 7 years or so, and had some success doing that, and decided it was time to try to show one, and it's worked, and it just we've kind of had lots of hard times of learning how to do it by yourself, because I've never really learned under anybody. I mean, I've had tons of people help me and give me advice, and I can't even, they know who they are. There's no way I can name them all on camera, but everybody's gave me little bits of advice that I've picked up and combined with my own style and the I guess the ability that I was blessed with and made, tried to make it my own, and it's worked, and hopefully it will continue to. So.
You mentioned earlier that you are in tomorrow night's finals, which is super exciting. How are you going to prepare?
This horse doesn't take much at all. He is just, we don't have to ride him much. My wife gets him ready for me, and she knows just when he's just right, and I just let her handle it. I don't worry about it, and I won't do anything different. I probably won't even work him. I will just come in here and try to enjoy it. It's just, we're just glad to be here and going to try to enjoy it from here on out, and hopefully he can do his thing again, and we'll do okay. So.
Sounds like you guys have a pretty good team going. Well, congratulations to you and best of luck tomorrow.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it.